All right. So we're gonna start off pretty easy. We're gonna start off fun, light, nothing too crazy. Let me get my other light. I'm tripping. Get my face right. So, as you know, there's a couple of action items we gotta talk about. Number one, the CEO, him getting clapped up. That's crazy. Also, we have the Hawk Tour girl getting banged up with her crypto scam. That's a big one. And we have a couple other topics to talk about too. So we're gonna keep it light, keep it fun. We're gonna start off easy, and then we're gonna dive into the deeper stuff. Ready? Here we go. All right, first up, we got the Hot Tour girl going on a crypto scam. If you don't know, if you're living under a rock, if you will, Hot Tour, she started out by saying, it was one of those street interviews, right, where someone walks up and asks you questions. Now, per the interviewer, it started out pretty light. What's one thing in marriage that you might not do or you might do, something like that. And her friend said to her, "Hey, we need to turn it up a little bit." So they said to the interviewer, "Hey, let's ask some spicier questions." So he said, "Well, what do you do that makes a man go crazy?" And thus we got the legendary meme of Hawk 2 spit on that thing, right? So that's the backstory how that started. Now, as time progresses throughout, again, 1 year. This hasn't been multiple years, it's been 1 year. Throughout this entire year, we've seen her quit her job at the spring factory because she worked in the spring factory. She quit her job. She moved to LA, got a manager. Why? Who knows? People get crazy. Right? So she does that and then starts a podcast, right? Called Hawk Tour Podcast. Clever name, I know. So she then gets a taste of success. She gets bookings, showing appearances, she's on different podcasts. For what? I don't know. She said 6 words, and here we are. Now, with most influencers, she ends up getting into the crypto thing. And it was a rug pull. Right? The hot coin, right? Hot coin comes out, it boosts in value, obviously, because she's an influencer, and then it goes away immediately, right? So she makes all the money and everything. She tries to get on live and say, "Oh, it wasn't me, I didn't know what I was doing." But we have an influencer named CoffeeZilla who did a deep dive into what happened and showed, yes, they knew everything about it, obviously. Let's be honest. So here we are. Let's talk about what happened and how this all came about.
So it seems like every single year we have someone who pops out as more of a meme than anything else, and then said person extends their 15 seconds of fame far past where anyone ever thought they would. I'm sure by now most of you are aware of who the Hawk Tour girl is, who found stardom after she discussed her method for giving out.
Now, this is the interview in question. Now, I'm a political streamer. We do political deep dives, so we're going to do a counter like that, right? This is the part in question. Now, she says that she doesn't owe any of her success to this gentleman right here, which is crazy. When asked, did you say thank you to the guy for putting you on and making this thing happen? She said, "Thank you for what?" That's how I knew right there where this was gonna go. Because let's be honest, she's just a girl outside in Tennessee, random white girl. If it wasn't for this interview, we would never know who this was. And she said, "Say thank you for what?"
Fellatio.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tour and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now these types of clips go viral all the time. Drunk people downtown saying stupid things on camera is a genre that has plagued the internet for the greater part of the last decade. In this case, he went out to the Honky Tonk Strip in Nashville, Tennessee, finding this diamond in the rough.
Hawk Tour, spit on it, spit on it.
This clip obviously went insanely viral, like it was something your weird uncle brings up around the dinner table asking if anyone knows the Hawk Tour girl. And she does actually have a name, by the way. It's Haley Welch, and she has taken this one moment and basically made an entire career out of it over the last couple of months.
How does that happen? You know what? Because it's my stream. She's white. That's how that happens, right? That's a crazy way I paused it. I'm sorry. But when you think about it, because she's white, this opportunity happened. There is no other reason for it whatsoever.
I I'm not fazed by it. He just kept on posting them. So I was like, whatever. And so I got an attorney, like, after that. Because I was like, everybody else is making money off of it with merchandise, and he's making money off the videos. I was like, that's not fair. Like, it's me. Why am I not making any money?
There was absolutely no reason why she didn't make any money. Like, you could have just made merch. I don't know why you didn't make merch. You should have made merch. As soon as you saw it going viral, you just made merch like everybody else did. So getting a lawyer was crazy.
So I went and I got all my act together, and here I am.
She's now making appearances at major events, hosting her own podcast, chilling with Steve-O, creating an AI dating app, and even shilling out cryptocurrency shitcoins. Her fame and success has obviously left many people questioning the validity of the entire thing. Is she an industry plant? Is the government conducting some sort of psych op? Is Jake Paul behind the scenes pulling the strings on this whole operation? Today we will be unpacking all of that and more. First, let's talk about the Talk Tua podcast, where Hawk Tua herself interviews celebrities. This was actually the trailer they released for her podcast only around 2 months after the first clip went viral.
Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby. What's one move in bed that makes a girl go crazy? I'm Haley Will. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now it's my time to talk.
Now, I'm sure most of you have...
Here's the thing. I dead ass wonder, could not even just black, could an Asian, Hispanic, or black person get this kind of leverage off of just a 12-second clip? You know what I mean? Like, think about what she's doing. Think about the people you just saw in that clip. Wiz Khalifa, Jake Paul, Steve-O, Mark Cuban was on the podcast. Could a minority get this kind of push? I don't think so. I really don't. Because when I think about who are the stars or the internet meme people that become super big, I don't know of any black ones. I really don't. And I don't think they really could. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Notice this symbol up in the corner. This is a Better Production, which is an online betting company partially owned by no other than Jake Paul. I'm sure you noticed his presence as well in this trailer, and his boxing event versus Mike Perry was also the first time she would make a public appearance. This all leads me to believe that Jake is the force, or really the funding, behind the Hawk Tua industry plant narrative. In total, she has done 13 episodes of Talk Tua, getting less and less views as time goes on. Ultimately, any celebrity whose management had them appear on this show should be terminated immediately. Here is a look at what this show is really all about.
You do it.
Okay, so I see Black Geek Energy is talking about that. Talk to a podcast is catchy name? No, not really, because it has the word talk. That's it. But black people, think about the black people that you went famous. So let's look at this. The girl who went famous in that Twitter thread, talking about the Zoloff. Well, let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. What is it? Zolco Twitter. Zola. Yeah, that's right. Zola. So Zola, what was that even about? Like she went on a trip or something, or got kidnapped or some stuff like that? That right there. Then we have the black woman whose boyfriend was a bum. I hate this thing right here, because it doesn't show my full page. I got to move it over and stuff. But think about the black people that took off. It's about drama. It's never about like some fun stuff, right? It's never about something innocent like that. We have to get taken advantage of or have some crazy, unrealistic thing happen to us to get a crumb of fame. You see what I mean? Like Risa Tisa. What was Risa Tisa? Which one was that? I forget. I don't know which one Risa Tisa was. But you get what I'm saying? Like, we can't just like say, that's my mama, and then all of a sudden they like the most famous person on the internet for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work like that for us.
No, you do.
Hot to.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like to. You know, like to. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Hot to.
Hot to.
Hot to.
Say it aggressive, like
Hot
really.
to. Like you're mad at the day. You're mad at it.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm really perplexed that such a thought-provoking production is losing relevance at an alarming rate. I'm actually convinced that 90% of the viewership here is just clicking on to either read or write the hate comments compiled beneath the video. This is literally the podcast that no one asked for, and somehow they got 200,000 people to subscribe. And y'all know, having a podcast, it's not technically a crime. Yes, some people should be locked away due to their negative contributions to society. But I guess this one isn't exactly hurting anyone, but her other business activities seem questionable to say the least. Like her AI dating application, Pookie. The standout features here are relationship advice from AI.
Before we get into why that name is crazy, I think her boyfriend or something like that is named Pookie. Just want to put that out there. Not defending her. I'm just, hey, I know we saw Pookie. We were like, hey, but nah. Her boyfriend's white too.
A hawk to a girl, a height detector so you never get catfished again, and you can even have an AI apparently do the talking for you. Now, the main problem I have with this app is that it's a blatant ripoff. They either want you to pay $5 a week to use the app or $40 per year. And you know, guys, I had to ask my mom for the money. She gave me the $5. And so I download the app, I hand it to the hawk to a girl, here you go. And I got to exploring this hellish beast of AI slop. I'm serious when I say that I think this was thrown together by a freshman computer science major. And the entire thing is a massive pile of shit. Like, you don't even communicate with anyone else on this app. It's basically like a glorified, automated pickup artist bullshit. Basically, you're paying money here to talk to and get advice from an AI bot. And it's not even their own bot. They just poured over OpenAI and call it a day. The bot even admitted this to me straight up. I then asked her poorly coded AI how to get a girl to spit on my thing, and she said all I had to do was take her out for some barbecue. These motherfuckers were so cheap that they couldn't even...
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. That actually could probably work. You see, I live in the South. So, barbecue, Jim and Nick's to be exact, it may work. See, how I got my wife, as you may realize I have a ring on. You know, we started out at a nice barbecue restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Foxborough's, I believe it was. And I tell you one thing, you know, it works, you know. So, don't sleep on some of these tactics, especially that one.
Even poured over an AI of her actual voice. They just got Timu Siri out here talking about degenerate shit.
If she likes ya, she'll be hawking to a whatever you want in no time. Just remember, charm goes a long way, but manners go even further, winking face.
Their terms and conditions page is equally as thorough.
Ooh, splitting the bill. Okay, hold on. Splitting the bill, man. Okay. No. The first date. Here's my thing. I'm a Southern gentleman. See, this is how we pivot. I'm a Southern gentleman, so when it comes to dating, probably the first 3 I take care of. Because you gotta think it's expensive, right? You're spending like close, at that time when I was dating my wife, probably $60, $70 is a good, first date. Maybe 110 as time progresses. But the first 3, I'll go ahead and take care of that. When it comes to the 4th date, you gotta do something for me. Like, do something. You know what I mean? Because I think what it is with dating, when it comes to dating in America, and especially in the African American community, men want to see, the $200 date thing was crazy, but men want to see reciprocation, right? I want to see if you bang with me. Another tactic I would use also was, I might not text you for the day. If you don't hit me at all, let it die. Let it die. Because why am I texting you consistently? That means you're not interested in me. Like, you don't feel anything towards me. I understand it's early, but at least let me know that my efforts are being reciprocated or appreciated. That's the part that kind of messes a lot of people up. You know what I'm saying? Well, she got me a gift. I'll tell y'all like this. You know what? You want to know how my wife jumped to the front of the pack? My wife was a thoughtful person. The way she got me, I had just lost my job that day. We were supposed to go to a Jhené Aiko concert. I tell the story all the time. Supposed to go to the Jhené Aiko concert. I get laid off from my job. I'm a little bummed, but I try and go through the pain. And so what she did was she said, you know what, don't worry about it. I got some wings, I got some wine, I'll come to you and we'll kick it. Right there, jump to the top of the pack. Jump to the top of the pack. Just like that. I had a conversation with everybody. I said, hey, listen, ladies, there have been some changes in the organization. We need to restructure. You know what I'm saying? We have to allocate more resources to one instead of y'all 4. Good luck. And that was it. So I think that when women date, they always say, I'm not doing nothing for a man. Man got to show me a man has a team. Let's be honest with you. Nobody meets anybody that's single. You know what I'm saying? Let's be for real. Like, I wasn't out here alone and sad, every day. Like, especially if the person's attractive, right? It's how do I jump up ahead of everybody else? And I think once people get that in their minds, like, hey, there are others. I have to beat them if I want this person. It's competition. That's when you start to see people being more intentional about their dating. Am I wrong? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of how we got to navigate this dating thing. You have to understand that people want to be wanted, but reciprocation is also key. I'm not just a political streamer. I'm also a love guru.
But don't worry, they insist they aren't stealing your data, just your IP address. And they also want access to all your photos and files so they can teach you how to rizz up your crush. Honestly, the whole thing to me just feels like a shameless cash grab that someone likely paid her to promote on her platforms. I would rather pay for one of those early 2010 talking cat apps than to ever touch this thing again. Now, if the dating coach app was not bad enough, just yesterday, Haley announced...
Did my wife plan dates before we were in a relationship? I feel like she would suggest things. Like Janae Aiko thing was not my idea. Or maybe it was. It's been 7-8 years, so I don't fucking know. But I will say that she actually is very thoughtful. She might suggest something, and it's up to me to execute. That's how we've done our entire relationship. She'll suggest the play, and I'll run the play. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I'm not thoughtful. It just means, like, we're a team. I think that's what's missing in a lot of people's relationships. I tell people all the time, if I was dating in this era right now, I'd be cooked. 100%. 100%. We've glorified the transactional part of dating as opposed to the getting to know part of dating. The biggest conversation that I had when I was coming up was, is coffee a date? You know what I'm saying? Like, meeting for coffee a date. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was the biggest conversation. Now it's, if a man don't cash app you money, you shouldn't even talk to him, which is insane, right? There's nothing special about you. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but if we're being honest, what is different from you and the person across the street? Nothing. So it's up to you to show that worth. And I'm not going to just put money into you, right? You have to think about it like a business. I still hear the coffee date conversation. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. The main thing about the date is the person. One of the best dates I ever went on in my life was to Target. I'll tell you that story right now. I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I linked with this girl. We're still cool to this day. She got engaged a year ago, I think. And we met for pizza at Nancy's Pizza on Camp Creek in Georgia. And we went on there, but she was going to Greece, like the next day or that Saturday or something like that. So she's like, well, I got some stuff from Target. I said, okay, let's go. Because there was a Target across the street. I then go with her to Target. We had a ball, picking out little items. I'm making jokes. She's making jokes. She's funny. She's making jokes. I was making jokes. And she'll tell the story different, but this is what happened. You know the little game demos, you know, PS5, Nintendo Switch? There was a child playing on a Nintendo Switch. Now, she says that I did it, but she did it. We pushed the child off the machine and we played the game. Hey, you know, you got to get your fun somehow. But that was one of the more memorable dates. As I just told you, this happened like almost 10 years ago, and I still remember it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about the actual date itself, because let's be honest, how many 5-star restaurants y'all been to? How many 4-star? How many nice dates you been on? How memorable were they? Right? How much fun did you have sitting at a dimly lit restaurant, eating steak, potatoes, mac and cheese, different things? How memorable was that? It's about the experience. It's not necessarily about the actual act itself. A dude can take a girl on a 5-star date every day and still not know nothing about them, not think about them 5 years from now. I told you about a story that happened at least 9 years ago. Totally happened. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, that's not the point of this video, but at the same time, that's what I've noticed from dating. How did we get here? I don't know.
The official release of her meme coin.
Oh, right, her app, the dating app. Right. Also, Tinder wasn't that bad back in the day. I like Bumble because the girls on Bumble just seem like a little more class, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be honest, I had a good time on those dating apps. And I don't think I ever really smashed anybody from that. To be honest, it was just fun to talk to people and meet with people. And some of them women are still my friends to this day. I mean, I don't talk to them as much, obviously, but you know, you have a good time in the interactions and getting to know people. That's the whole point.
AKA Hawk Tua.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
Now, she would do this only a couple of weeks after sitting down with Mark Cuban on her podcast, and I think this is where the idea kind of spawned in her mind.
Do you do anything with crypto?
Yeah, I do a lot with crypto, actually. I've got a shit ton of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh, yeah, if I want a meme coin, can I give you some tokens?
Yeah,
for
I'll give you my
community?
wallet. I'll give you my wallet.
Now, that was the first problem. Mark Cuban laid out legitimate, to a degree, legitimate coins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, things that have value and have shown growth over a long period of time. She laid out the Hawk coin, and you knew it was bad because she called it a meme coin. What is a meme? Meme is a funny picture, a joke. Why you ever call it a meme coin, I don't fucking know. I don't know why you would even say that out loud. But that was the first thing. A lot of these kids are dumb. There's no way in the world you didn't know this was a rug pull after all the rug pulls that have happened. Even if you're not chronically online like that, there is no way in the world you should even take a second to be like, you know what I should do? Invest in this influencer's coin. A coin that is just, where is it? I don't know. It's digital. What? But people get got all the time. And again, these younger generations are getting got like grandmas, right? It's not a scam where a Nigerian prince is hitting you up. These are people that are not even trusted. You know them from the internet. These parasocial relationships have taken over people's lives. Right? Some of y'all know me in real life, some of y'all don't. A lot of y'all don't, most of y'all don't. But at the same time, if I ever be like, hey man, buy this non-physical product from me, don't do it. Clip me saying this. Don't do it. Things have gone drastically wrong in my life if I'm pushing a digital currency to you. No, I don't have any more Dogecoin. I will say, shout out to my wife, when Doge first came about, before it was big, when Doge first came about, it was about a penny. My wife's friend told her about it. I remember what we were doing. We were sitting on the couch. She said, hey, Tia Wood told me about Doge. I said, okay, cool, whatever. I got it for a penny. It's okay. It got to 4 cents. I put some money into it. It went up to 8. I sold. It went back down to 4. I bought. I kept doing that back and forth. Then one day, it jumps to like 32 cents. I'm like, honey, get in here. I think we're making some money. You know how successful it was? I'll tell you. She bought a Tesla off of that. So, is there money to be made? Yeah. But not from her.
Okay.
She also admitted here that she just recently got into cryptocurrency.
So after I saw Michael Saylor speak at the Bitcoin conference, I have decided to start putting some money into crypto, and I just want to say, oh my God, thank you so much, Mr. Saylor.
So just like the app, I speculate that she had someone build out this shitcoin in a couple of weeks, and now it's available for trade. People off the rip had huge issues with this, as it's looking like yet another pump and dump situation. One wallet apparently owns 43% of the total supply of coins, with another 7 of the wallets holding another 51%, meaning that 8 wallets that were apparently all affiliated with each other owned 94% of this shit. And now the graph just looks like a fun little slide. As I speculate, this shitcoin was dumped faster.
Matter of fact, let's see something. Hawk's evaluation. Hawk coin. Oh, here we go. Let's see where it's at. Let's see where it went. Oh! Yeah. So as you can see, it started out strong on December 7th. December 8th. Look at us moving up in the world. We haven't got to December 9th yet. Oh. Matter of fact, let's just track it from the day it started. So its peak valuation before trading really even started. So around 7 a.m. on December 8th. That was, oh, wait, no. That can't be right. Today's December 8th. Huh. Oh, here we go. There we go. This happened all in the span of a week. So December 4th, it rises to its peak value at 5 o'clock p.m. It immediately loses its value the next hour. See? 5:45 p.m. It's at, press all. It only was out for like a week. That's it. Yeah, that's all it is. December 4th at 5:50 p.m. At 10 minutes later, it dropped 50%. It goes back up because of obviously people trying to put more money back into it. At which point, December 5th, 8:30 in the morning. Want to know what happened at 9 a.m.? Boop. All the way down by 9:30. 1 hour later. And that's where it's been. Yeah, man.
Than a dog in South San Antonio. And I must admit, guys, I'm really not that into crypto, but even I can see that this is something that could get this chick in some serious trouble. I mean, to me, these alleged rug pulls are really nothing more than fraud. And though she did deny the allegations, looking at this cell data kind of tells the whole story. And then last night, her and her crypto team behind the coin hopped onto a Twitter space to try and explain themselves, and it just went horribly wrong. And once CoffeeZilla was allowed to speak, well, things started getting pretty spicy.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
CoffeeZilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for $50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for $50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now,
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't matter. No, I'm not everyone.
And then they got so mad that they were getting dismantled by this man, Steven, that they just muted the man altogether in the middle of his hard-hitting questions.
Where did the fees go? Where did the money for the pre-sale tokens go? Why did y'all unlock day one so people could dump on Haley Welch's fans? And how involved was she really? And how much?
And Haley kept coming on basically saying that she's new to this and still trying to learn the ins and outs of being famous.
Yeah, guys, I'm just here to have fun. I don't really have a full head wrapped around this whole thing, but I'm figuring it out every day, and I'm here for the long term. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you.
What an absolute pathetic excuse for allowing yourself to be the face of a scam. She makes it clear that she's not going anywhere after facing the backlash.
My skin's getting thicker every day, and the hate's not going to stop me. I'm here every day trying to work on this and get better at it, but I'm not going anywhere.
And to me, this will likely be the end of the Hawk Tua experience. And hopefully she cashed out on the Hawk coin, because this is the type of thing that destroys your reputation and can even put you in a lot of legal harm all at once. On top of that, she's come out and said that she's not even willing to thank the original street interviewer who made her famous that night.
Have you talked to that dude? Have you said thank you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
So she won't help but thank...
Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna try to hear that again.
At night.
Have you talked to that dude? Have you said thank you?
Tell him thank you for what?
Making you famous?
So she won't help but thank him, despite the fact that he helped her go from working at a factory to being a millionaire. Basically, she seems super ungrateful for the fame. And
I say this to people all the time. And this is about to end, and I think I'm gonna close it out for right now. A lot of us say eat the rich. A lot of us have conversations and we say, you know, rich people are evil. But the absolute second, I gotta end it early today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow though. I'm gonna stream pretty much all week. My wife's leaving tomorrow to go on a business trip. So while she's gone, hey, what else am I gonna be doing, right? But no, influencers, people, as soon as they get a taste of money, this is what they do. As much as we say the rich are evil, the rich are this or that, the absolute second you get a chance to do it, you see a lot of people become that. This girl was working at a spring factory. The people who make springs, the absolute second she got some money, she immediately turned on people. I want that to be clear. I want you to understand how that happens. Money corrupts people. Fame corrupts people. She wouldn't even say thank you to the dude that helped her out. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. We would not know who she was. She was randomly out on a Tuesday night in Tennessee, in Nashville, and launched into stardom and made money. I'm not gonna say she's a millionaire, but she ain't making no spring money. And what does she have to show for it? Scamming people immediately. Some people are always who they've been. They just needed the access and the opportunity to show everybody else. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. We'll come back another time. We'll get together. Obviously tomorrow. My main goal is to stream every day because with TikTok going away, I mean, okay, let me dive in this real fast. So the TikTok ban, what I read up on it, it's not a ban where like the app, you open up the app and it's just nothing, right? The way in which the app would work is, in the ban, is that no new accounts can be made. Like if you didn't have TikTok right now, which I don't know how you'd be watching me if you didn't have it, but no new accounts can be made. Only people that have TikTok can have TikTok and that's it. Which, not really a bad thing. But, so, is the app going away? No, you won't be, it's not going to be deleted off your phone. You can't add it to your phone. So if you get a new phone and you want to re-download it, it's not going to be in the app store. So when the new phones come out, you know, unless you can back it up, something like that. But anyway, that's all I got. We'll be back tomorrow to talk more. Like I said, I got to get back in the algorithm. I don't even know how I do it today. Yeah, not as great as it's been. You know, typically we do like, 10,000 views, something like that. But it is Sunday evening. So everybody's kind of doing their own thing. But I'll be back. I mean, do I think Trump's going to save it? No. He has no reason to. There's nothing holding him. There's no third term. Anything where it's like, oh, Trump is going to do it on his way, there's nothing for him to do. He's not going to save anything. He was one of the ones that led the charge in getting rid of it. Let's not forget. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll talk politics tomorrow, and we'll get back to it.